Hello you guys, it's Charlotte. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time here. Today's Vlogmas day 9 and I'm going to be doing a Christmas version of what's on my iPhone. I am thinking that I'm going to make these a seasonal video because I did one in the summer, I did one in the fall, and now I'm doing one for Christmas. I absolutely love customizing my phone to match the season or just like match the time of year or whatever like mood I'm feeling. So I just finished customizing my phone to be all Christmas themed and I cannot wait to show you guys what it looks like. If you guys haven't already, make sure you go subscribe to my channel down below. I'll be posting daily vlogs for the whole month of December, but without any further ado, let's just get into the video. Okay, so quickly to start off, this is my phone case. It's not seasonal, unfortunately. It does not match the rest of my phone, so we'll just go over it quickly. So this is my phone case. It is clear because I have a white iPhone and I like to show off the white iPhone, so I like to get clear cases. This one I got kind of towards the end of summer. It very much matches the summery vibes, but it doesn't quite match wintry vibes, so I might be getting a new one later on, but maybe not. I don't want to get a specific phone case just for Christmas, you know what I mean? And like I said, I have a white iPhone. I have the iPhone XR, in case anyone was curious. But now let's actually get into what's on my iPhone. Okay, so here is my lock screen. It is the same picture as my home screen. I think it's so cute. I am definitely going for a like bright and golden theme for Christmas this year. I debated a couple different themes, but this is ultimately what I settled on. I think it's very cute and very aesthetic and definitely fits my vibe the best. So it's just this picture of a couple of gold ornaments and some lights on a Christmas tree. I found all of the pictures that you'll see on my phone, including this one, on Pinterest. So if you guys are curious, just send me a DM on Instagram and I would be happy to send you any of the pictures that are on my phone. Okay, and then once you swipe up, it's the same picture and you can see all of my super Christmassy customized apps and of course all my widgets as well. Like I said, I found all of the pictures for my widgets on Pinterest, and something that I'm always super proud of is that I make all of my apps myself using Photoshop. So I just find the logos online and then I can customize whatever color I want them. I know some people use patterns for their apps. I've always kind of wanted to experiment with that, but we're not quite there yet. So I'll give you guys a quick little phone tour, just swipe through everything to show you what's on here. I have 3 pages of apps and then I also have some stuff on the side. And now I'll just go through everything a little bit more in detail. So up at the very top, this is a widget that I always have at the top of my first page of apps, just right on my home screen. It tells me all the important information that I need to know just like right at a glance. So I set the background to be this super cute plate of gingerbread cookies, and if you look like really closely in the corners, you can see like there's a little bit of holly and like the edge of a candy cane. So this is a very Christmassy picture and I thought it would just fit my color scheme really well. It also goes really well with my background. But within this widget, I have the time really faintly in the background. This widget also tells me what day it is. Today for me is Thursday and I have it written in this super pretty script font. I always think that script fonts fit Christmas the best, so I always like to customize my font to suit the time of year / like holiday that I'm celebrating. So for Christmas, it is a script font, and then it also tells me the date. So for me, it's December 9th. It's Vlogmas day 9 today. And then up in the top left corner, it also tells me my battery percentage. So like I said, all the information that I really need to know when I open my phone is right in this top widget, and it's super helpful because I don't have to go searching in a bunch of different places to find all of this information. I also just wanted to mention quickly that I use the app Color Widgets to make all of my widgets. It's super easy to use, and I always use it to customize my widgets on my phone. So if you guys are looking for a really easy way to customize your phone, I would highly recommend Color Widgets. Okay, next we have all of my apps. I think for my whole phone, they're all kind of clustered in groups of 4. So I'll go through the groups of 4. My whole phone is kind of organized by descending order of how much I use the apps and like how often I need to get to them. So on my homepage is apps that I use pretty much every day. Like I always want access to these. They are right on my homepage. So in the first little quadrant, I have messages, my calendar, my clock, and my Gmail. Those are all pretty self-explanatory. I use all of those every single day. Right next to that, I have this picture widget of a truck with a little wreath on it, and I like to imagine that it's carrying a Christmas tree in the bed of the truck in the back. It's driving away from a little Christmas tree farm. I just thought it was so cute, and again, the color scheme, very aesthetic, bright and cute and pretty and just like very Christmassy without being like aggressive, like red and green Christmas kind of thing. Directly below that, I have my next quadrant of apps. This is where I have my Safari, my photos, my settings, and my weather. Again, I use all of these literally every single day, multiple times a day, so I want them right on my homepage, easy to access. Right next to that, I have another photo widget. This is just a really cute Christmas tree setup. Again, it fit the color scheme and I thought it was really cute, so I wanted to have it on my homepage. And then right below it, I have my pinned apps. These are the apps that are there, like no matter where you swipe or what page you're on, they're just like always pinned on the bottom. So first is my phone app. I don't use this all the time, but I like to have it there just in case. Next is Instagram. I am very active on my Instagram, so if you're not already following me over there, go follow my Instagram. It's a super fun time. I post on my stories every day. I post 3 times a week. It's a really good time. I've been putting a lot of effort in my Instagram recently. So quick Instagram plug, but because I use that so much, that stays in my pinned. Okay, sorry, my camera battery just died, so if the angle changed, I really apologize. Okay, next to Instagram, I'm just gonna put a quick little trigger warning on this. I don't think I need it, but I know that this is a sensitive topic for some people, so if you want to skip this app, I'll put a timestamp right here that you can skip to completely skip over this app. This is an app called Lose It. I just use this to track what I'm eating during the day and how many calories I'm eating. I don't restrict or anything like that. I just like to keep track of it because this is the first time that I've really like lived on my own in a long time, and it's the first time that I've been in charge of my own like food and meals for a really long time. So I just wanted to keep track of all of that and kind of see what my daily intake looks like. But I know that can be a triggering topic for some people, so we'll move on right past it. And then my last pinned app is Google Maps. If you know me at all, you know that I am so directionally challenged. Like, I am one of the most directionally challenged people that I know. I can't go anywhere without directions. So Google Maps stays in my pinned app so I can have easy access no matter where I am on my phone. Okay, moving on to my second page of apps. The layout is very similar to the first page. I have my little quadrants of apps and then my photo widgets dispersed throughout. So up in the top left corner, I have a photo widget of some snow and some little fairy lights on the branches of a Christmas tree. I think this is so dainty and cute and aesthetic. Definitely fit the vibe that I was going for. Right next to that, I have a quadrant of apps. These are ones that I pretty much also use every day, but they didn't fit onto my homepage. So I have YouTube, Netflix, Pinterest, and then my YouTube studio. That's just kind of like behind the scenes for me as a video creator, how I access my YouTube analytics through my phone if I'm not near my computer. These 4 apps are really my main source of entertainment, so I wanted those to be as close to the main page as possible. Down directly below that, I have another photo widget. Again, these are all pretty much the same story. Very cute, very aesthetic, fit the theme of what I'm going for. So directly next to that, I have another quadrant of apps. This is where I have Spotify, Snapchat, Canvas, and GroupMe. Spotify and Snapchat, you guys know what those are. Canvas is our online like education portal that we use at the University of Michigan, where I'm a student, if you didn't know. It's like Blackboard or Moodle or any of the other like online learning apps, I guess. It's just where we get like our assignments and our grades and that kind of stuff. I know it's kind of a little bit excessive that I have the app on my phone when I could just check it on my computer, but that's the kind of student that I am. And then GroupMe is a text messaging platform. A lot of college campuses use this because you can make group chats of more people than you could put in a regular group chat just through your regular messages. Don't love GroupMe, but I need to use it, so it's on there. Okay, directly below this is a photo that I absolutely adore. I actually had this as my lock screen for a hot sec when I was setting this up at first, but it ended up just being a little bit too bright where like the time and date wouldn't pop out on my lock screen, so I'm sad that I can't have that picture, but I do adore it, so I wanted it to be right here front and center. It's just a little picture of a wrapped present with a pine sprig and a pine cone on it, and then of course a Christmas tree and other presents kind of in the background. Very cute, very aesthetic. And next to it, I have the last quadrant of apps on this page. This is where I have kind of my money apps. So I've got TD Bank, that is the bank that I use. I've got Venmo, everyone knows Venmo. I've got Resident Portal and Simple Bills. Those 2 are how I pay my rent and utilities for my apartment. I am living here in my own apartment. This is my first apartment and I'm in charge of my own rent and utilities. So those are the apps that I use to pay those. And then moving on to my last page of apps, again, very similar layout. We've got quadrants of apps and photo widgets. Up in the very top, I've got my entertainment quadrant. I finally pared this down, you guys. For the longest time, I think it was for my last 2 What's on My iPhone videos, I had all of my entertainment apps kind of just like in a bunch of different places all over my phone, but now they're all in the same place, so you're welcome. So I have Disney Plus, Hulu, Amazon Prime Video, and HBO Max. These are all my streaming services that I use, and now they're all in one place. So exciting. Next to that, I have a picture of an out of focus lit up Christmas tree. I don't know why, but something about out of focus lights is just like chef's kiss. Like, it's just so aesthetically pleasing and I love it so much. This was also a contender for my lock screen and home screen, but it was just weird because the photo is so dark, but the lights, like the blurred out lights, are so bright that there really wasn't a good balance. So not a great lock screen photo, but I do love that photo and I wanted it included. Below that, I have another quadrant of apps. First, we have TikTok, very self-explanatory. I'm trying to get into making more TikTok videos, but I've got a lot on my plate right now, so no promises on that one. Right next to that, I have Adobe Lightroom. This is how I edit all of my photos for Instagram. It's how I edit my thumbnails for YouTube. If you need a photo editing app, I would highly, 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 highly recommend Adobe Lightroom. And then I also have Grubhub, which is my main like food delivery app, and then Audible, which I use all the time when I can't fall asleep. I listen to the Harry Potter audiobooks on Audible and that usually helps me fall asleep. And then directly next to that, I have a little widget of Charlie Brown and Snoopy next to their Christmas tree. If you guys saw my fall What's on My iPhone, you might remember that I had my lock screen and home screen as a picture of Snoopy. And I did try really hard to find another picture of Snoopy for my lock screen and home screen for Christmas, but it wasn't working out the way I wanted it to, but I still wanted them included, so they are here on a little photo widget. Below that widget, I have my final quadrant of apps on this page. These is just kind of like the random apps that I still wanted on my home screen, but I didn't really they didn't fit in with any of the other groups. So this is kind of like my random group in the corner. Okay, so first I have Etsy. I am a huge crafter and I love getting like crafty decor or like phone cases and just supporting other crafters, and Etsy is a great place to do that. That's where people sell a lot of their DIYs. Next to that, I have my Canon remote control app. This one is super helpful for taking thumbnail pictures. So through this app, I can actually control my camera and use my phone basically like as a remote control for my camera, so I don't have to be like manually operating my camera and then moving back or anything. I can just control it right from my phone. Super, super helpful. Then I also have Solitaire. This is my favorite game of all time. I play this all the time. It's also super nice because I don't need Wi-Fi to play this game. So if I'm like in the airport or like somewhere where I don't have Wi-Fi and I don't know anybody and I just want to like not deal with socializing, I can just play Solitaire on my phone, no problem. And then finally, I have my P Tracker app. That is just to track my monthly cycles, and if you don't know what that is, don't worry about it. Finally, I just have my last photo widget. It's just a girl in her PJs and her little reindeer slippers, which I think are so cute, and she's holding a mug of hot chocolate that says I still believe in Santa, which is of course very Christmas themed, and I love this picture, so I wanted to have it here on my home screen. Okay, so that is it for all of the apps on my home screen. The last thing I have is this little like side section that's right to the left of my first page of apps. So up the top, I just have two more color widgets. The first one is my UMID, which I have blurred. That's just my student ID. That is privileged information, which you cannot have. And then right next to that, I have my countdown. I have this countdown to different things throughout the year. Right now, it is counting down to my Christmas break from school. It is 5 days away. I am so close to being done with this semester. Once this countdown is over, I will change it to have it count down to Christmas itself. I just love having a countdown on my phone. I feel like it makes things a little bit more exciting. It gives you something to look forward to, especially when you're like really in the trenches and it's like your 4th day of finals in a row and you just like cannot find the motivation anymore. I can look at this and be like, okay, there's less than a week until Christmas break. Right below that, I have a calendar widget. This is just because I'm really bad at scheduling and I like to have my calendar easily accessible. I can just swipe and see everything that I have planned out for that day. And then directly below that, I have my batteries widget. This is another way that I can check the battery of my phone. It also tells me the battery of my Apple Watch, and then when my AirPods are around and in use, it'll tell me the battery percentage of my AirPods as well. Okay, and speaking of my other Apple devices, this is something that I like to mention ever since my fall What's on My iPhone. I like to change my Apple Watch to coordinate with my phone. So you guys can see here that my Apple Watch matches my phone screen. I think that is so cute. Okay, so that is it for the What's on My iPhone Christmas edition. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This has been one of my most popular video topics recently, so I really enjoy doing these and I'm glad that you guys enjoy them too. I know I've been doing a lot of sit down videos recently, but I will be back with the vlog style videos starting tomorrow, so get excited for that. If you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure you go give it a like for me down below and subscribe if you haven't already, but that is going to do it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!
Christmas.